Hello friends, I'm joining you from the level of our plant allies, what we commonly call weeds, but what our ancestors knew as medicine. We have been working all month with the concept of power, which is just so incredibly abundant in summer. We know that we could fuel all of human needs with 0.01% of the sun's power, and that the more that we deepen into our practices and the more that we keep our sacred self-care time as holy and really commit and show up for ourselves, the more reserves of power that we tap into, really the wellspring of inner power, we kind of tap in and have an abundance that we can really offer out. Our effectiveness in the world, our impact in the world significantly increases. But if we don't manage the power that we build through our practices, just like any resource, it's not sustainable without being renewed regularly. So that power can leak out and drain out and we can lose it. How do we maintain and amplify this power that we build through our practices, this capacity to be effective in the world and to be really heart-centered and in that way to make a difference? Well, this is why I'm down on the ground, because I want to introduce you to some friends. One is the thistle, and this was growing literally 2 feet from me over there by my house. Magical plant being who is deep medicine for type 2 diabetes, deep medicine for lowering cholesterol, really nourishing for the liver, and you can see it's incredibly spiky, so I harvested this very carefully. It protects itself, and why? Well, because it's freaking powerful. This is holding incredible medicine. And one of my favorite plant allies is the stinging nettle, which I have some right here harvested from right around my home, not in this particular region, but in Humboldt this summer. So we see all these beautiful plants whose roots grow really deep, even when everything around us starts dying as we near towards fall. These plants absolutely flourish even in the dry times because their roots are so deep. They are tapped into this endless source of vitamins and minerals, and from those they create healing compounds. So stinging nettle is one of my most cherished allies, and I actually have a cup. I put it in a clear cup for your benefit of stinging nettles that I brewed here. It looks more brown because I brewed it with some holy basil, and I didn't have to plan that for this. I just always have nettles brewing every single day. They nourish literally every single system of the body. So incredibly rich in minerals and healing power. Can fight infections in the bladder, can fight really nourishing the blood systems for pregnancy, for anyone who's anemic, and the list just goes on and on and on of the benefits of nettles. But one way that we really learn the power of these healing plants, the way that we gain their wisdom, these distant ancestors of ours, whose DNA is not that different from ours. We share a significant portion of our DNA with plants. We're the younger cousin. So we can learn from them how to create healthy boundaries and really capitalize on the full potential of our inner power. In order to do that, we do need to create boundaries around our self-care practices, those practices that really help us to vibrate at our fullest potential. Those are the daily check-ins, those daily moments that create a sense of holiness in our life, those daily moments that create a sense of joy, those daily moments that nourish our physical body are essential. Otherwise, the elements of our body, just like nature, when resources are endlessly pulled from, just like monoculture farming, you pull, you take, and nothing's left. The soil's barren. There's no more food supply. And if we just give and give and give and give, while it is so beautiful to be of service, while it is so beautiful to be selfless and to serve those around us and to nourish the web of life. When we're giving from an empty cup, when we're giving from an empty wellness bank account, we are not giving our fullest. We are not giving, we're not being in honoring and serving the web of life. Instead, we're just walking through life half alive and attempting to offer and give again and again. And it's this cycle that just ripples out and out. So when we take that time for ourselves and we hold that as sacred and we create healthy, strong, powerful, and potent boundaries around that time, fierce boundaries. Last week we talked about Kali. We do have to bring in our own ferocity. Just like a mama lion cub protects her babies. Just like our great plant ally, poison oak, often called guardian oak by the Native Americans. Like the stink bug, like the skunk, we create these sacred boundaries around what's really the temple of our body, the temple of our heart, the temple of our soul. And if we don't, we know we get dried up like a desert in summer. We need these moments to refuel and re-energize. So I'm excited to practice with you on the mat, creating those healthy boundaries around our body through mudra, through movement, as a means of really embodying the wisdom of our plant allies, the stinging nettle, the thistle, and bringing it into our heart. So blessed be. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you on the mat. Namaste.